Amy get the brand into retail in the UK and spread the BYROE word.
Excellent. And we're so excited to have BYROE with us because it's new to the UK. I think it's such a gorgeous story behind BYROE and how it was actually formed. And it is from a very sort of genuine place. Would you mind, Debbie, just sharing a little bit about?
Absolutely. A lot of brands have a great backstory, don't they? But when I heard the backstory to BYROE, it was actually so factual, but so sort of relevant to somebody's health and actually why using upcycled fruits and vegetables. So the backstory really is from Amy's mum, who unfortunately had a heart defect, was diagnosed with this heart defect. And obviously at this time, Amy, who is the founder of BYROE, was young and obviously with her mum and family. So because of that heart defect, Amy's mum needed to really look after herself and put only great things and good things into her body and onto her skin. And so over a period of time, Amy's mum started upcycling fruits and vegetables. So rather than throw them away, she thought, do you know what, actually, there's some really great goodness in there. I'm going to use those. So over a period of time, she produced some really great skincare products. Nothing fancy, but obviously she used them and then started to see some really great results. So that's a little bit of the backstory of how it sort of planted that seed for Amy. And of course, Amy growing up was used to this way of working, was used to her mum upcycling and using all the things that we would normally throw away, using those, repurposing those fruits and vegetables and plants and such like. So really for Amy, as she grew up, she was so used to this. She then went off to college in the States and then had a love for wellness, beauty, skincare products and thought to herself, actually, I think there's something in this that my mum, is embedded into me. I've grown up with this. And and really that's how BYROE initially kicked off, which I believe is about 7 years ago, in the very sort of small snippets of how these little things begin to develop and the seeds are planted, so to speak.
Literally. And I think what's fascinating about BYROE is the goodness that comes from these luxurious bottles, because sometimes we think if we want to go organic, if we want to go sustainable, if we want to go completely natural, that we have to sacrifice some of the aesthetics in order to be able to do so. And I'm going to actually just start showing some of these products because they're absolutely beautiful. You'll see me keep switching between different tabs. Brilliant. We've got Jessie who's just joined saying my current favorite brand on counterculture. Jessie, let us know, which is your favorite product? Which have you tested? What did you love about it? And I'm going to be referring to the bundles that we've got. But yes, the actual packaging, let's just start with the packaging. The packaging is beautiful. And the bottles are stunning. Let's talk about the bundle one. So bundle one is called Superfood Glow Duo. It's the kiwi cleanser and tomato firming serum. So take me through the kiwi detox cleanser and what's different about it as well.
Yeah, do you know what? One thing I forgot to mention at the very beginning, which is another thing, is that when you go into a supermarket, even in the UK, we're so used to having products that are a certain size, aren't we? And if it doesn't all look great, then we don't want it. We sort of pop them to one side, or they go into wherever they go, probably off to the farm for the animals to feed. But actually also what BYROE also captive, if you like, was the oversized fruits and vegetables, because nobody wanted them. So they incorporate the oversized fruits and vegetables into all their products because they've got super ingredients and powers you know. So anyway, sorry, I digress slightly.
No, not at all. And I think that's something, like, my background's fashion, and you think about all of the samples that are literally thrown into landfill because they're not perfect or they're not ready. And something we champion here over counterculture is progress over perfection, which is exactly what you said. I found that out when I was looking actually at the pro retinol, the pumpkin, and about the sort of pumpkins that they are using, which are the unloved ones, really.
Yes, the ugly ones. Yes.
So we've got our hands on our first product from the duo, which is the Kiwi Cleanser. And I've got a brand new bottle in front of me right here. So I'm just going to do this one because mine's in the back.
Me too. I'm just going to squirt a little bit out. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you probably can't so well, but it's super, super lovely, creamy. And there's tiny little bits of kiwi in there. You probably can't see that very well, very clear.
I'm sweating so much in the heat right now. I'm like slipping to get the little thing off. So I'm going to trust in you, Debbie, because I've got.
Don't worry, I've got it. We if you can see that, I don't know if you can, but it's super soft, very foamy. So really, basically, what you do with this is, in fact, if you go like that, you can see the consistency is lovely and thick and beautiful, and smells wonderful.
Like all of their products.
I know, smells absolutely wonderful. So this is a gentle cleanser, Kiwi cleanser. So it literally is a gel to a foam. So you put a little blob, a little dollop onto your into your hands, which is how I do it, into your hands, and then obviously over your face. This takes off makeup. It takes off. It's really, really gentle. As I say, it's a deep cleansing as well. I'm just reading up on my notes here. So it's really great for pore clearing as well, because you've got those tiny little bits of kiwi in there. And as you can't actually see, which is a shame, but there's some tiny little bits of kiwi in there. As I say, it's really lovely to put on, takes all your makeup off,
which is
your skin. Then also afterwards, sometimes when you're cleansing, when you've taken it off, that you feel dry. This is not drying at all. I'm just going to get some tissue to get that off.
It's going to give you that glow. And I know from using my own, and it's so funny because I was using the Kiwi cleanser and then I went traveling and I didn't have it with me. And then I used a different one. And do you know what's funny is I could just tell how harsh the previous one that I had been using was in comparison to this. It is gentle, but it gives you the results that you need. And then the other product that comes, which is actually a cult favorite at Counterculture, a lot of the girls were talking about it. So before I got my hands on it, I knew about this product. This is, if you are looking for plumpness in your skin, tomato firming serum is probably the best one to go for, right? And what's great about this, am I right in saying, Debbie, that this is actually like the new gen, the newer version from a cult favorite before, and they've given it a different dispenser now?
Absolutely. So you've got that lovely dispenser on the top. Can I just say also that all of the products from BYROE, you know, sometimes people say, oh, you know, what skin type is that for? Is it for dry? Is it, you know, it's for most skin types, actually, because they're so gentle and natural, that any skin type can use BYROE products. So, so this one, yes, you've got a dispenser pump on the top. And again, I'm probably going to do the trick if I can get it out. Now, this one has got the most beautiful colour and thickness there. I don't know again if you can see this.
You can see like suddenly that hydration on my skin.
See it better on you. Yeah, absolutely.
It gives you that glow instantly, honestly.
Absolutely. Now, this is a super powerful vegan serum. So it's infused with extracts of tomatoes, and tomatoes are super plumping. So again, the idea here is, and we did a show recently in Bologna, and this was like the attraction because people were thinking tomatoes, you know, but tomatoes are super potent. And in here, there's all sorts of tomatoes, red, green, a sort of an assortment of different coloured on tomatoes. So, but as you say, super plumping, super potent. And this is our #1 seller.
I'm just looking at the comments right now. We've got Jessie said the tomato serum hands down on my third bottle. I love these comments. We've got Elaine from Shropshire, big fan of the truffle eye serum. And in fact, Elaine, I'm so glad that you said
They're coming up.
Part of bundle 2. We've got Izzy from Berkshire, and then Counterculture team have put all of the codes in, so all of our discount codes are in that chat. If you're watching us on a different social media platform, the place that you want to come to is directly to the live shopping page. This is where you can add to cart. You can ask those questions. You can ask Debbie anything that you need to know. Now, we're aware this is a newer brand to the UK. It was born in New York, which I love. It's now available to all of us. And the thing is with these products, am I right in saying, Debbie, because they are so true to form, they're derived from nature, powered by science, that you're not going to need a lot in order to be able to get the results. So you are investing in products that work, that are not just going to be churned out. Even though
absolutely.
Bottle, she's been using it. What would you say? Just a little bit from each?
Absolutely. I think the key to everything is really little and often, is always the best way. If you overload your skin, it's not going to absorb it anyway. So little and often, layering, is the key.
And results wise, you can actually head, there are a lot of sort of case studies and blogs out there. And I was surprised the results in what you're seeing in literally just 2 weeks from women who've been using the tomato serum. So just a reminder, guys, welcome if you're just joining us to Beauty Uncovered. I'm Lucy. We've got Debbie here from BYROE. She's taking us through these products. This is a live discovery sort of chat. So we are going to be able to ask Debbie any of those questions that we want to know about the brand, about the products, any insider tips or tricks on how to get the most out of these products. But because it's a live, you do get these discounts. So on the first bundle, typically your kiwi cleanser would be, let me just work this out, it's £29, and then your tomato firming serum is £85. But if you are looking for natural goodness pulled together, we're going to do this duo, which is generally 114. We're doing it for just £85.50, and that is if you use the discount code. So that's the first one. Now the second bundle includes, well, I say one's my favorite and then the other one's my favorite. I don't know. If you had to would you do the pro-retinal pumpkin, or would you do the your truffle? Which one would it be, Debbie, for you?
Oh God, I love the pumpkin. I've got a few favourites on BYROE actually, and some of them aren't in the bundles, but I have a few favourite. But the pumpkin is so beautiful. Sorry, we're hopping about here. I do apologise. The pumpkin is so beautiful, and like you, I've got one here. And again, oh gosh.
And you would basically use, Debbie, you would pretty much use your cleanser, your cleanser to start off with, then you could use your serum, and then you could layer with your moisture.
Absolutely. So as you say, cleansers, serums, moisturizer. And moisturizer is the one that locks it in. So when you're using a serum, you always need to finish off with a lovely moisturizer, because that is what locks in the moisture and the goodness. But if you look at this, it's absolutely creamy, beautiful. And again, it's got that amazing texture. What I like about this product is when you put it on, and you, as I say, you just need a small amount. Don't overload your face, just the normal wear, and take it down your neck. Is you just need a small amount. But when you've popped it on and you've rubbed it in, it doesn't leave an awful dewy feeling. It dries off lovely. Give it a couple of minutes, and then you're ready for your next stage, whether that be makeup, SPF, or whatever it is you want to put on. But it's brilliant with makeup.
I'm just putting it on my neck because it was an area this morning I looked at and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been putting anything on my neck. And I'm just like, do you know what? Let me put some of this on right now.
I know, just that beautiful.
So good. Now, with this, it is a pro-retinol cream. Generally, retinols can be quite harsh on the skin, but with this one, you can actually use it daytime and nighttime. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So, as you say, there are two different types. This is the more natural, gentle. And as you say, retinols, not that there's anything wrong with the other retinol. People get confused, but yeah, this is definitely much more gentle, and you can use day and night. So don't be fearful that actually, right, I need to leave this for nighttime so that it's got time to work and there's no reactions to sunlight or anything. But no, completely safe.
And what's nice about all BYROE products, viewers, and just bringing your attention to it, if you look at the label, we talk about how we go beyond the label. You know, the ingredients, we're talking about superfoods that are just blended with science to give you these innovative results. What can we expect to see when using them? I mean, I'll tell you what I've been seeing on my skin over the last few weeks of using it. Well, what can we expect generally to see when we start using the Pro Retinol cream with the pumpkin?
Now, let me just get my, I wanted to go through actually some of the results for some of the products. And I know we popped on to the second thing, but the kiwi, immediately after use, 100% of customers that were tested with this product felt clean and refreshed. I think that's one of the first things that you'll notice is you've got that feeling that you've definitely been cleansed, you feel lovely, you're not dry. 85% of the people were left feeling hydrated. And I think the key thing is here, these numbers are pretty high.
Yeah.
You know, when you go out to testing, sometimes, you know, the numbers aren't as high as this, but it's a natural product. And some of these numbers have been amazing. So that was just the kiwi. And we're just talking about the pumpkin. I know we've hopped over to...
Well, let's stay on this bundle, Debbie.
Okay.
That's this one. And with this cleanser as well, and I know from using mine, I do feel like I'm putting stuff back into my skin. So if I'm taking my makeup off, I'm not taking it all out, I'm actually feeding it back. It's like green juice for your skin, really. So that is brilliant. This is part of our first bundle. So guys, if you are just joining, this is Beauty Uncovered. We're here with Debbie from BYROE. So we've got our first bundle. BYROE is brand new to the UK, so you guys are getting like first access to this. So you've got your kiwi cleanser, which is supposed to be $29, but this is paired because we thought it was a gorgeous little bundle with the tomato serum. So Debbie, tell us a little bit about the results that you can expect from when you actually start using this with the tomato serum.
With the tomato, sorry, I hop back to the tomato. So yeah, and again, as I say, this is our #1 product. And over the years, this is proven to be, as I say, the #1 seller in all sorts of accounts. People just absolutely love it. And the reason they love it is A, it's beautiful on the skin. Yeah. It feels lovely, but also there's some amazing results. And again, if I can share with you some of these, that they're worth mentioning. So immediately after use, 98% of people saw a visible difference in terms of the softness of their skin, which is phenomenal. And 95% of people felt their skin was actually more hydrated, which, as we know, you know, if you've got a more hydrated skin, you look fresher, you look plumper. Hopefully the lines will go a little bit, which is obviously what we all would love. But yeah, so it gives that and delivers those results. And I know we're a bit tight for time. So if I hop to 4 weeks later after use with the tomato serum, then 100% of the people, and that's 100% of people, said they were really pleased with the delivery, the hydration in their skin and how that had maintained in their skin. And again, that's the key to having a plumper, fresher, hopefully younger looking skin, is to have it plumper and dewy in its texture and finish.
I definitely noticed on this area here after using it that I felt like it was plumper around here with the tomato firming serum. So the firmness and plumpiness, which is kind of what you're after.
Yes.
definitely come. So this is the duo. This is our first bundle. It's supposed to be 114, but if you use it today with our discount, the discount is Superfoods 25. You're going to get this for just £85.50. I see that Nikki has just said hello. So hello and welcome. Feel free to pop your name in where you're watching this from, and one lucky shopper is going to be with a chance of winning £50 gift voucher today. That's bundle one. Now bundle two is what we call the golden hour repair. So take us again, summarize the pumpkin pro retinol, Debbie, and then move on to this gorgeous little eye triple cream.
Okay, so as I say, we've got the pro retinol cream, which is a retinol, but yes, it can be used day and night, so there's no restriction on that. It's a super texture, very, very creamy and beautiful. And I think I said at the beginning is what I love about this is whether it's, especially if you're using in the daytime, of course, it is superb with applying makeup on the top. You know, some aren't, some creams aren't, especially with the retinol, but this is just so beautiful.
Am I right in saying, or is this the tomato serum that's doing it? I feel like I've put the tomato serum on, now I've done the pro retinol. I feel like there is that golden glow there. Is that
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Compare the two hands. I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, it's dewy. It gives you that. And actually, if you know, and I've done the same using, you know, the other hand, you can feel the texture and the dewiness and the plumpness there already. But it's just all the goodness of all those different fruits and vegetables that are used in these products. And as I say, we know they're super potent. So so going back to the pumpkin. So again, just to clarify, the pumpkin is for aging skin. If you've got dry skin, if your skin is dull, slightly uneven, this will help all of those different points there. And as I say, you know, the pumpkin is the key ingredient of this product. And
We've just had a question, Debbie, come through about the pumpkin, which is from the lovely Elaine. How long will the pumpkin moisturizer last?
Now, that's a good question. Because if you're like me, I use far too much. I tell everybody not to use too much.
They just feel so good, though.
I know. So that's a good question. So I think if you use just a small dollop and then around your skin, I would say you would easily get 3 months out of this. I
am thinking to myself, though, I'm like looking at the shine that it's given me on my neck. I'm like, oh, I might be using it a little bit more on my neck.
Cream.
So good because it's multi-purpose. You can get so much out of it. So we're using this for obviously fine lines, for firmness, hydration as well. You are going to see a noticeable effect. There are results out there online. You can see when people start to use it, and literally in just 2 to 4 weeks, you will start to see that change. But just a little bit is needed, Elaine. And then I don't mean to move us on to the truffle cream, but that is what we've paired with it. We are talking about, this is the golden hour repair. So you're repairing your skin, you're feeding it back with all of this goodness. And then we've got the truffle serum eye cream, which I love.
You've seen this lovely little dispenser. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And you can't really see it there, I don't think, but it's just sort of like a lovely shade of lilac, which is beautiful.
Nice. I mean, they just look beautiful on your beauty counter. Like these products just look so expensive. So
absolutely.
And basically you've got superfood at your fingertips.
Well, absolutely. But obviously all those colours represent all the fruits and vegetables that have been used. So the idea of not only what's inside the product is how it looks and how it's delivered is it's got all those lovely colours of all the fruits and vegetables that have gone into it. So yeah, depending on what product it is, whether it's the truffle, this beautiful pumpkin, or the kiwi, you can see all the colours just coming through. They're emulating what's gone into the product. So so moving on to the truffle serum. Sorry, I know I'm probably talking far too much, Lucy.
No, it's good. I think the first thing with the truffle serum is, what can people expect? So I've got very dark circles under my eyes. I've got fine lines appearing. So I liked it. I don't know if this is right, but I felt like there was lightness under my eyes after using it. It also seemed smoother around.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea of the truffle eye serum is definitely to give a more firming feel to underneath the eye area, and hopefully help with lines, smoothing out those fine lines. I think to one note here, like all eye creams, please don't go too close to your eye, obviously, because they'll make your eyes water. So just keep it and gently pat. I think most people know that, just gently pat the eye serum onto around the eye orbital. But again, this one is really great for firming, dark circles. Again, it's vegan. So if you want a vegan product, this is vegan eye care at its best. And it's very, very lightweight. I think there's another thing here, you know, it's lightweight. So when you've popped it on, again, give yourself a little minute. And I know sometimes when we're all in a rush trying to do our cleaning and makeup and all that in the morning, try and do a little bit of a gap between each of your products. That way they sink in, that way they dry off a little bit, and then you're ready to apply your next product.
So just as a reminder, this is our golden hour repair. So you've got the truffle eye, anything with truffle, I'm always buying into, but this is £65 generally. You've got your Pumpkin Pro, which is £69, but together you've got it at £100.50, which is perfect. If this is going to last up to 3 months and you break that down, cost per application, you're actually looking at a really good investment when it comes to this. And if we go back to the story behind BYROE, why it was even curated and formulated, it was because of the founder and her mom, obviously, you know, not being well and having to strip back what was being put onto. So if you start to look at those products that you may currently be using, ask yourself, what are you actually putting onto your skin? Can you answer that? And I know with BYROE, you can answer that. And it is a very simplified answer as to what we are putting on. I'm just looking at here. We've got, oh, perfect. We've got So Katie, who's just joined. Hello, my lovely. So Katie's just said, would the serum be good for me? I'm in my 50s. And I think Debbie will be able to answer this. I think it's a good one for So Katie, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, these products really span across all sorts of ages because they really deliver great results for everybody, but definitely for you. Yes.
And you are.
Can I just say, Lucy, on the eye, the eye truffle, this is a 30 ml size, so it's a really great size for an eye serum, because you know we know some of the eye serums are just 15 ml because they last a long time. So this is going to last a lot longer than 3 months, without doubt.
And So Katie, who's in her 50s, and she mentioned with that comment, I feel like this is a really nice bundle because you've got your pro retinol and then you've got eye cream as well. So we really have curated these bundles to address certain, you know, areas that we may be wanting to look at. And it's also a nice sort of gateway into the brand. So if you are obviously you're not familiar with BYROE, it's a really nice way. But we do have where you can get 20% across all BYROE products, and that is BYROE 20. If you have a little look in the comments, you'll be able to see those codes. These codes will be lasting for another week. So you can obviously watch us on replay. You can share with your friends. Maybe do you know what? These would make beautiful birthday gifts, because if you've got a friend who obviously people have always got their go-to products, but you can try something out. You're gifting goodness with this, and I think they're a really nice birthday treat, even for yourself, maybe. But feel free to put your comments in the side. We've got Elaine, BYROE New York Soup. Oh, perfect, Elaine. Elaine has just added to her cart, so she has just added the first product, the first bundle. We're going to quickly summarize these bundles very, very quickly as we go through. So, Debbie, take us back to that first bundle. We've got I keep saying they're my favorite because I'd like, I couldn't do without this now that I've got it. And we've also got the cleanser. So why should people try the tomato serum, do you think?
So the tomato serum is our #1 bestseller. It's proven. It has phenomenal results.
Yeah.
It's super easy to use. I think the other thing to also point out is that although we don't want people to mix with other products, but they do mix very nicely with other products. Some products don't. So, of course, we would love you to have all of the BYROE products.
They make friends easily.
They make friends easily. That's very nicely put. I like that. So, as I say, if you're going to invest and you're looking for something that's super potent, super for aging, for anti-aging, then definitely the tomato serum. The kiwi is fabulous because that is a great cleanser. It's super hydrating, doesn't leave you dry after you've washed. It gives you a great base for your next stage of skincare.
And the code for this one is superfoods25 for this bundle. It's also superfoods25 for your second bundle. I will say after this cleanser, when I went on holiday and I took my old cleanser with me and I used it, not only did I find that the old cleanser was harsher to my skin now in comparison, but I was like, what is this? Like I could feel the difference. And like if it got in my mouth, I was like, ooh, I can taste the toxics now that are going in. So that is your first bundle. Your second bundle will address all sorts of ages, which actually that is a good question before we finish up. With the retinol, generally you want to say, okay, you hit your mid-20s, that's when you want to start thinking about a retinol. Is it safer on a younger skin? Because we are seeing younger women want to...
It's completely natural. So, yeah, and as we say, you know, whether you use it in the morning or evening, it's completely safe to use at any time of that day. So, as I say, this set, if you like, is beautiful as well. So the pumpkin, one of my favorites. It's fabulous when you then apply makeup on top, which is key. You know, if you're going to put a foundation on, you need a great base. So this really gives you such a great base. And the truffle, look at that size. That's 30 mil. So you're getting so much there. And I think that would last, I don't know, 6 months. I mean, because it's a 30 mil size. And you don't need much. You just need a little dab of the serum there. So,
I think
yeah,
both bundles are really sort of, they address different areas. Maybe you want that little bit of plumpness, a bit more hydration and freshness. Maybe bundle one is an option for you. Maybe if you're like, so Katie, you're like, actually, I've got a few fine lines and starting to think about, then maybe option 2 would be for you. So Debbie, I know we're short on time. I hope that we can get you back on. This is our second.
Absolutely. And I would love Amy to come on because obviously she's the founder. She'll have so much more expertise in terms of the finite of the ingredients. But
we would love that, definitely. And I know that you will be around, the BYROE team around. If you've got any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. So I'm going to continue on to tell people about the products and about the discounts. I'm now going to invite our next guest on, but thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, take care. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
And guys, hopefully you are still seeing me stream, and I'm streaming and you can see me and you can hear me just fine. It's, you know, I'm doing the product and then I've got to do the tech side of things. So just bear with me. Now, what I am going to do right now is I am going to add the lovely next guest. I'm just going to send her a little bit of an invite. And as you can see in the chat, guys, if you are just joining us, you can be part of the conversation. Just make sure you're at the live shopping page over on Counterculture so that you can be in with a chance to chat with us. I'm looking at our comments, making sure that I haven't missed anything coming through. We've got so Katie, you're so welcome. So we've got some lovely questions that have been coming through. A big hello. So we've got Karen who's joining us, Elaine from Shropshire, who I did a big shout out to earlier. We've got Jessie who's founder. So guys, let me ask you, which product caught your fancy then? Which one would you like to try out of the beautiful BYROE pieces that we've shared? Now, if you're thinking, you're looking at the other BYROE products on the website and you're like, actually, I want to try this, I want to try that, you're going to get 20% off any of the BYROE products. All you need to use is the code BYROE20 for your 20%. I'm Lucy, this is Beauty Uncovered, and this is your life pass to a different kind of self-care. So we are here to champion the community that we've got here at Counterculture. We're here to answer those questions that we can, or ask those questions that we can't, directly to the founders, which is why we've invited people like Debbie, who is a brilliant ambassador and representative of BYROE. But next up, we've got a founder of Neve, who I'm really excited to have onto the show. Would you like to try the, oh yes. Hi, Izzy, who's just joined, or sorry, Isabella. Do you know what? My stepdaughter is Isabella and we call her Izzy. So that's why I quickly shortened to that. Karen says the tomato serum looks lovely. Honestly, Karen, that tomato serum, I was just so impressed by the plumpness of my skin afterwards. And I do feel like when I pair it with, as you saw, when I got the Pro Retinol and I put it over the top, you do see that golden glow. Would love to try the eye cream. Is definitely, that is worth a go. And I think most of us have tried an eye cream here, there, or everywhere. But to actually find an eye cream that you want to continue a relationship with is a hard one. And this one is definitely one for me that I would like to keep in my beauty bag. So I have sent our lovely guest, and I see that she's just joined. Perfect. Right, so just a quick call out to those bundles once again. BYROE20 for 20% off any of the BYROE products. They have just appeared here in the UK, so you are only going to be able to get your hands on them here at Counterculture, along with this discount. If you're watching on a replay, you will be able to access this discount code for the next week. And then we've also got the bundles. Let me just refer back to those bundles. We've got bundle 1, where you've got the gorgeous kiwi cleanser, and then of course you get your tomato serum, which is great combination if you want that hydration, firmness and softness. And then Pro Retinol, which is our golden hour bundle. If you want to add this to the cart, all you need to use is those discount codes that we've put into the side. BYROE20 for any of those products. So we've spoken about superfood and how it can kind of be incorporated with science to give you these real lasting results. Now we're going to go, I'm going to transport you somewhere very different. I'm going to be talking, well, we're going back, straight back to nature. If the first brand wasn't good enough, we're going for a second brand. And we've got the lovely Julie. So I'm going to quickly add Julie to the stage. Hi, Julie. Can you hear me and see me well?
Yes, I can, Lucy. Hi. Hooray.
I am doing good. Big thank you for joining us here on Beauty Uncovered. I will be flipping tabs on our screen in front just to make sure that I am not missing any of those questions, but we will have questions coming through. And so Katie says, tomato serum, I'm from Shropshire too. Fantastic. Yeah, definitely. If you can try that tomato serum, you will not be disappointed. So Julie from Neve's Bees. Now let's talk about, we've got some amazing products from Neve's Bees, and you've got some over at your side. So we're going to talk about these bundles. So first off, Julie, talk to me about Neve's Bees. How would you summarize Neve's Bees for anyone who's not heard of the brand?
Okay, cool. So we started Neve's Bees about 8 years ago, and Neve is my daughter, who at the age of 9 decided we should have bees. She's now 23. But we both suffer from dry skin and have sensitive skin, and we couldn't find anything on the market that didn't contain any of these ultra processing ingredients. Yes. So the same sort of ingredients that you get in processed food. So things like emulsifiers, preservatives, thickeners, stabilizers. And we worked out that it was those that were drying our skin out. So we literally couldn't find products without these chemicals in anywhere in the market. I'm a chemist by training. And the thing that I realized, my penny drop moment, was these chemicals are only added and are always added to skincare that contains water. So if you see aqua as the first ingredient on any product, then the other ingredients that are there, I mean, you can go and there's just a few here that I've picked up, but the other ingredients that are there are preservatives, emulsifiers, stabilizers, thickeners, and then a small amount of moisturizer.
So if we're using aqua, it's
So aqua is just water.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in putting water on your skin. Your skin is waterproof. It doesn't damage it.
And we clean it up with another word.
Exactly. So when you see aqua in there, if you don't understand what the other ingredients are, some of them have to be, you can't sell it without, preservatives, thickeners, stabilizers, and emulsifiers, and those dry your skin out.
And
so we've
Julie, you were saying that you had dry skin. Do you think that you actually had dry skin, or was it those products that were causing the dry skin?
God, that is such a good question. And since we've launched the range, so many people have come to us and go, oh my God, I don't wear makeup anymore. My skin feels lovely. It feels healthy. It feels stronger. And yeah, I think it's probably, there are so many things that we're told to layer on our skin and do all this. Your skin is really good at looking after itself. So our range aims to help your skin keep itself healthy. So we've gone right back to just pure plant ingredients, no fillers, no thickeners, none of the ultra processed ingredients that you get in most skincare. And it works. It's
I'm just going to bring everyone's attention to the first bundle. I know our code has just gone out. So Neve's Bees, we've got the natural skincare. So with this, you've got the serum, you've got a moisturizer, a cleanser, and a cloth that comes with it. All you need to do is use a Bees 20, and you're going to get all of this. It's a regular price of $76.50, but you're going to get it for $61.50 today. So you're going to get all of the pieces. Now, which ones have you got, Julie, your side? I've got, which ones do I have? I have the moisturising balm.
So the moisturising balm, this is beautiful. This is one of our hero products. And so basically it looks quite dinky, but it's concentrated. So when you buy a face cream, what you're getting is the ingredients that are, well, if you have a natural face cream, many of them are just petrol, but most natural products, these kind of ingredients, then you've got about that much water and about that much processing chemicals. So we've taken out the water, taken out the processing chemicals, and just got the moisturizer. So it's really super moisturizing, and you don't need very much.
One thing that I will ask, which I'll ask the question, I know the answer because I've used the products, but I was a little bit hesitant at first because I thought, if it's like a balms in the past, I've always felt like I don't have dry skin, I have more oily skin. And now I'm asking myself, do I actually have oily skin, or have I been putting products on? I've got normal skin. But with the balm, at first I was like, I feel like it might make it more greasy, but it doesn't. It absorbs really naturally. What is it about the Bees and what you've done that makes this such a natural, easy product to wear as well?
Really, really good question. So moisturizers, by definition, are basically oils and waxes. That is what a moisturizer is. It is a moisturizer. Most people don't realize this, but a moisturizer is a product that stops your skin from dehydrating. So you're basically improving your skin's barrier. That's what a moisturizer does. Yeah. So there are three types of moisturizer. One is called an emollient. So that gets in between the little tiny damages in between the cells and sort of coats it and smooths it. So it keeps your skin smooth. And another one is called an occlusive, which kind of helps seal everything in. Now, most products, not natural products, but most products that you can buy on the high street have petroleum jelly or paraffin, which is really just plastic, and that just sits on the surface. So we use beeswax, which is an emollient and an occlusive. So it basically absorbs into your skin and seals it. So you don't notice it, you don't feel it. It's at the very, very sort of microscopic level, but it's actually protecting your skin from the elements, and it stops you drying out. So your skin is hydrated and plump.
How is this? We'll talk about the bundle, but just before we talk about the bundle, what about people who have psoriasis or eczema or any of these sort of concerns? Is this a safe product for them to be using?
Yeah, so basically, I mean, one thing I would say is much of the eczema and psoriasis is actually often caused by stress or dietary requirements. And in fact, many of your skin's issues are often put down to dietary or stress or pollution. So that's one thing I would say. But yeah, our products are really good for those who have dry skin and eczema type issues. I mean, that's why we developed it. Both Neve and I were prone to eczema. And eczema is when your skin's barrier just breaks apart. So our products are aiming to help your skin's barrier. Now, one thing that we do, and this will be in the bundle as well, is that we have a a range for super sensitive skin. So I've got them here, and basically they're the same products, but we don't add any of the aromatherapeutic essential oils. Most people love the smell of our products, but some people prefer just like completely simple. So that's our range, and that one gets 100% excellent on Yucca. You know, the Yucca app. Or the whole range, everything is 100% excellent. So that's a really good, I think, a really good.
Wow! Yeah. If you aren't familiar with Yucca, it's basically an app where you can go beyond the label. Well, it's all about like the transparency behind. So you can check that out. Let's just go into this bundle. So we've got the serum, we've got the the moisturizing balm, and then we also have the cleanser. So Julie's going to show everything. Plus a cloth that you have come with it. So all together, this is supposed to be $76.50, and we're going to do it for $61.50. All you need to do is use that code, and the code is it's Bees20, and I know it's in our chat as well. Let me just have a little look and make sure if you've got any questions on this beautiful brand, do feel free to.
There's one more thing that I would say that people find really helpful is, particularly if you're not used to a concentrated moisturizer, is if you like the feel of a light lotion. So a lotion is about 90% water and about 5% processing chemicals and about 5% moisturizers. So if you like that feel, put the balm on very damp skin. If you like the feel of a sort of day creams are about 60-70% water, 15% processing chemicals, the rest moisturizer. Put like slightly damp skin. If you like the feel of a really thick balmy feel, then either put it on dry skin or put it on like ever so slightly damp skin. One of the products that we also sell that's not in the bundle but is on the Counterculture website is a rose water spritz. So some people like to spritz first and then put like a tiny like almost lentil size or petit pois size, and that will go a long way.
And I don't know, in between I've been wiping my hands from the previous product, but you've got that lovely, look how gorgeous and hydrated that is, and it feels amazing. And so that is the bundle. So you've got a lot there when it comes to skincare. If you do have what you're thinking is dry skin and you want something that's natural and you don't want anything that's too invasive on your skin, this is a perfect sort of solution to kind of just, and I think that this is a really good bundle for younger skin as well, where you're not necessarily thinking about fine lines and you just want that. You want to keep your skin in good health. I think is really important. Now you have another bundle, and I won't do it to the viewers right now, but I wish that I'd got my hands on this bundle because I have the worst, and I mean the worst feet ever when it comes to dryness. And it's probably because of I wear too many heels and I run and all that stuff, whatever. I've been told a million times. But I feel like if I'd got my hands on Summer Hands and Feet bundle from Neve, then I would be in a better state than what I am right now. So take me through this bundle.
Okay, this is a lovely bundle. So we've got our foot butter. So it's a lovely mint and lavender foot butter. So if you get, like as you said, if your feet are sore because you've been wearing cracked heels, or what I often find is if I wear sandals in the summer, you get really dry, cracked heels. This is beautiful, and it's like full of our wild crafted beeswax, shea butter, organic plant oils, and then it's got some rosemary oil, lavender oil, and a lovely fresh mint. And it's beautiful. So either put a little bit on and it will absorb quite quickly, or if you want to give yourself a real treat, soak your feet, like have a lovely bath or something, put your feet up, put quite a bit on, put a pair of socks on, either go to sleep or sit and put your feet up and read a book or watch telly or whatever. And then in the morning, your feet, it's totally absorbed, and your feet, literally, those cracks are gone within like 2 or 3 days if you've got really deep cracks. It's beautiful. I'm
actually going to buy this one because I've got the cuticle. And I feel like that, and for anyone that's like experiences dry, cracked heels, there's times where I can't actually walk because it hurts so much. And I try, and I can notice if I try putting lotions on that I've got fragrance, it doesn't do anything. Like I've been going for like an actual medical foot cream, but now I'm like, I could just go for Neve's Bees.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And that cuticle butter is lovely as well for either the skin around the nails and the cuticles, or we do get quite a lot of feedback. We sell quite a lot to nail technicians, you know, the people that put the false nails and the nail varnish on. And they often sell it to their clients, and they get really, really good feedback. So if you've had acrylics on and you take them off, or you've worn nail varnish a lot, and the acetone can really dry your nails out. So it's beautiful for that as well. So it's a lovely little handbag product, that one.
And also good for travel. I think all of your products, the size of them, the way they are, they're just good for adding in, whether you're going on holiday, whether it's just travel for the weekend. They're really nice little natural products to be taken. And I did speak about this with BYROE, about how they're really good giftable, like birthday products. That same with yours. It's just such a, and you don't, sometimes when you're buying gifts with when it's skincare, you obviously have to think about that person, what sort of skin they've got, and this is a no-brainer. Everybody's going to love it because it is completely natural. We've also
got one little fact for you that people love. So I worked out that to make each of those little tins, just that little cuticle butter tin, our bees that are just literally there, have visited 150,000 flowers.
in this
Amazing. Yeah. So it's absolutely packed with like beautiful Oxfordshire goodness.
Oh, good is that? Oh, I love it. And I think that there's something to be said about supporting brands like yourself, where we know exactly where the ingredients are coming from. It's nature, and it's been pulled together with love. We also have one more bundle, which is your body oils, which I believe that you can pick and choose which two that you want. Is that right?
Yes, these are really nice products as well. And we've got, many people don't really understand body oils, I've found. And once they've converted, people really love them. So they're to be used in place of a lotion. So if you use a body lotion on your arms, and I always find that body lotions kind of go on, they smell nice, but then they just sort of disappear. They don't really last for very long. So basically what we've done is, again, a lotion is about 90% water, and it just evaporates. That's why it slightly feels cooling. So we've taken out the water, taken out those chemicals that you have to put in when you add water, and we've literally just got pure organic oils. So we use things like jojoba oil, argan oil, apricot kernel oil, all of which are lovely, non-comedogenic, so they don't block your pores, but they go in. And then we have a range of aromatherapeutic combinations of essential oils. So we have a sleepy one, so it's really calming, with lavender and frankincense and rose. We have a focused one, which is really bright and lemony and cedarwood. That's a lovely one. We have a rosy one. So what we thought would be a really nice combo to have is that you can choose any two. So like if you decided you wanted to have a shower in the morning and really freshen up, then the focused one is beautiful. And at night, if you want to put a few drops in your bath, the beautiful sleepy oil is a really lovely one to add to the bath. And then, just put a few drops on your skin afterwards, and you feel lovely, you smell lovely, and your skin is smooth and healthy. So it's a really nice
day. It lasts that longer time, rather than it just absorbing and then going and then needing to reapply. No, it's brilliant. So let's just go back to our bundles as well. I'm just going to flip and make sure that we haven't missed anything. Foot balm and face spritz sounds fab, says Katie. Definitely. Lane, love this, very informative. And then we will be moving on to our Donna compression cubes, which I'll be showing you shortly, which are really good when it comes to travel. Just as a reminder, if you have just joined us, this is all about uncovering these beauty brands that you may not have heard of just yet. So we had BYROE, which was directly from New York, and then we've got lovely Neve's Bees on right now. We've got two beautiful bundles, and then of course the third one where you can pick and choose your body oils. The first one's lovely sort of natural self-care, skincare. So we've got the moisturizing balm, we have the serum, you also have your cleanser and your cloth. Now all of that generally comes to £76.50. You're going to get it for £61.50, and just a little bit of everything, right, Julie? You don't need, it's just a little bit, that's all you need, so it's going to last a good time. And then you've obviously got your foot and hand bundle, which I need. And this one here, we're going to do for your summer hands and feet, where you've got your cuticle butter and your foot foot balm and your hand balm, and that normally is going to be what price have we got this at? This is amazing. So it's coming down, and you're getting and actually I'm going to look on our chat right now. It's coming up, show available on replay within 30 minutes, so you can be able to use those codes, and all of those codes are listed in the comments, and then of course your body oils as well. Let me ask you, Julie, how would you summarize Neve's Bees, and what are your favorite products that would be a must for trying out?
Must for trying out. Okay, so definitely our hero products are the moisturizing face balm, and if you want to go for the set, you've got the cleansing balm, take off makeup, take off grime, the light oil to use in the day, and then the thicker balm either to use at night so you wake up feeling fresh, or if you're an outside type person, that's a lovely one. And then I would say the cuticle butter is our absolute perfect if you particularly if you like work with your hands or you have nail varnish, which we know can trash. So yeah, just give yourself a treat with pure natural products.
Excellent. And how would you sum up Neve's Bees if you had to kind of describe what the brand stands for? How would you sum it up?
Okay, really good point. So we are 100% natural, Soil Association certified, without any of the water or preservatives and other chemicals that you get in some brands. And we're on a mission to bring back the wildflower meadows and trees and hedges. So we donate 10% of our profits back to nature recovery charities. So it's a beautiful full circle. So we're giving money back to enable the bees to make the products, which we can then give to you so that you can then have healthier skin.
Excellent. Well, Julie, thank you so much for joining us. I would love to have you back on and talk more. I'm going to do a bit of a wrap up and then talk to our viewers about our final bundle and offer that we have. So, Julie, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, Lucy. Thanks.
And to everyone who is watching, welcome to Beauty Uncovered. We are down to our last final minutes, and I cannot wait to tell you about our final little offer. You are going to get 15% off your Donna May compression cubes. So I shared them with you last week. They are a lifesaver. They are a game changer. And literally, it's one of those things. Once you have one, you want more. And you are going to get 4 of these compression cubes in different sizes. Now, what's great about this is if you are traveling and if you are a last minute packer and you want to just put all of your stuff in super easy, it's going to keep you organized and obviously everything up to date. Now, I've actually got mine. I'm using these like in the house now. It's not just for travel. Like I've got them because it's nice compartments and organization. You've got the lovely mesh finish at the front, so you're going to be able to see what is inside and the amount of stuff that you can get into these compression cubes. So how do they work? Well, it's a double zip. So you're going to zip up at the top, and then you zip up your second one, which will help to compress it. Now, you're going to get 15% off these right now. And remember, if you are watching on a replay, you are going to be able to access these codes. So just watch back, use the codes, and you can get these discounts. This one here, as you can see, I'm just doing this double zip right now, and you're getting so much in your bag. There you go. And it's just one of those things where it's, when I say it's a game changer, it's a case of you'll literally just be able to put all of your cubes, you're going to get 4 of these cubes, different sizes, into your suitcase and be able to get the maximum amount of clothes in there, but also have it completely organized and less chaotic. We do these in both black and pink, so it depends which one you want. There's 4 different sizes that come with this set, and you're going to get all 4 for just £40. All you need to do is use that code Donna15. And just as a recap, we've done a lot when it comes to bundles and a lot with different discounts today. You will be able to use all of these different codes as checkout even throughout the next few days. So if you watch this video, if you're watching on a replay, you can share it with a friend and they still get access. We are live every week and Thursday at 1 o'clock, where you get to uncover whatever it is that we're sharing with you from our picks when it comes to the curation store at Counter Culture. And if you would like to leave a last little bit of a message, feel free to put in the comments. We've got a last few minutes before we wrap this up. So just a reminder, we've had BYROE on. We've got 2 bundles bundles with BYROE. You've got your golden hour repair bundle, and then you also have the first one, which is your superfood glow. You've got your pro retinol, which is in part 2, and with your pro retinol, you're also going to get your eye truffle cream, which is amazing for lines. Then you also have in bundle 1, you've got your tomato firming serum and then the cleanser, and this is great. If you want plumpness, this will give you plumpness on your skin. We had the gorgeous Neve's Bees come on, and with them we've got this beautiful natural skincare bundle, and part of that will include your serum. It will also include your moisturizer, your cleansing balm, and you get a face cloth. So it's beautiful for natural. I thought that was genius what she said about maybe your skin isn't actually dry, it's just what you've been putting on. And then you've also got your hand and foot bundle, where you've got your cuticle cream and your foot cream, and also you'll also get the hand salve, and that one there is also a brilliant bundle. And then finally, we've got our Donna May compression cubes. So if you are going on your summer holiday and you don't have your cubes ready, this is what everyone is using when it comes to staying on track and staying organized, and obviously, you know, keeping it less chaotic the moment before. So it is a double zip. That is the way that they compress all together. You've got black or the pink, and you're going to get your 4 cubes at just £40 with 15% off. All you need to do is use that code DONNA15. I'm going to wrap it up right now and say a big thank you to everybody who's joined us. We will be back next week at 1 o'clock with Beauty Uncovered. But until then, you can use those codes at checkout, and we'll see you on the next live.